Not yet in, okay, and this one. Manahil, can you hear me?
Yes,
Okay, 100%. How is it going that side, honorable member?
great.
Goodest. So I'm just going to prepare to share my screen, and then from there we are going to start. So we will definitely start from our last lesson, but I'm not sure if you remember, Manahil. I think I gave you some homework
Yes,
to do. Yes. Were you able to do them?
yes, sir.
Okay. I wish you send via a WhatsApp inbox. Is it possible for you to quickly send via WhatsApp inbox? I need to quickly check them. I wanted to check before our lesson. You probably forgot to send. Is it possible for your parent to quickly send it via WhatsApp inbox?
An inbox. I don't know how to do an inbox.
So it's like you see on WhatsApp, you take a photo, then you send me a photo via WhatsApp inbox. Maybe okay. Do you have the calculations with you? I can write number one, then you tell me what you wrote. That will
Yes, sir.
also be okay. Okay, then it's
Yes.
fine. We'll say corrections, and then number one, this is what you were given. Maybe let's start with number one, Manahil. What did you do? What was your next step? But I will still need you to send so that I can see if your handwriting is okay, and again, if you are writing the steps correctly. So I'm mostly interested in making sure that your handwriting is clear, because in mathematics, we need a very clear handwriting so that we don't guess what you were writing. So you see how clear my writing is, Manahil. You can see that is 2, that is p minus 1 is equals to 0. So even if you have to check this after 20 years, it still has to be clear. Ne?
Yes.
Okay, so what did you write next step?
First, I first wrote the entire question. I wrote 2p minus 1
Mhm.
equals 0. And then I wrote 2p
Yes,
equals 0 plus 1. And then I wrote 2p equals 1. And
2p
then
equals
1p
0 plus
equals
1.
half.
Okay, 2p equals 1. And then last step, you said p equals?
1p equals half.
Yes, 100%, 100%. That is very good, Manahil. Trust me on that one. Okay, the next question, it was 3y plus p, which is equals to 11. Okay, then let's see, Manahil. What will be the next step on this one?
The next step is 3y equals 11 minus 2.
Mm-hmm.
And then I wrote 3 y equals 9.
Mm-hmm.
And then y equals 3.
Y equals 300%. 100% Manahil. Then let's go on to the last one, being number 3, which was negative 2k, that you plus it with 1, which is supposed to be equals to negative 1. Okay, how did you do this one?
First, after that step, I wrote negative 2k equals brackets negative 1 minus 1.
Okay,
And then I wrote negative 2k equals negative 2.
okay.
And then after that, I wrote 1k equals 1.
No. Manahil, I'm starting to suspect that someone helped you. Did someone help you, especially on this one?
No, sir.
Did your teacher not help you on this one?
We're not doing this in school.
Okay,
No.
okay, okay, okay. Then that's if that is the case, then this is very much impressive, Manahil. Very much impressive because I think I probably explained to your parent, but everything that we do in our lessons, Manahel, it's not necessarily to prepare you for what you are doing in class or in your school, but it trains you to be able to interpret maths, to understand maths, such that whichever topic that they are going to be taking you through, you will easily understand and you will easily know how to do the necessary steps. So, one thing for sure, Manahil, with what you've just done in today's lesson up to this point, when you get to grade 10, trust me, honorable member, when you get to grade 10, let me not say much, but we will discuss further when the time is right. Okay, I'm very much impressed with number one, number two, and number three. So we are now going to jump onto something completely different, but I can confirm to you that those three questions are all correct, and everything that we have done on our previous lesson, it serves as a good indication that you did understand, especially when you say you've done this on your own. So are you ready now, Manahil, to start a new topic?
Yes, sir.
Okay, then it's fine. So I'm going to train you on how to deal with the fractions. By the way, Manahil, those three questions, there are a lot of honorable members in grade 9, even in grade 10, who may struggle to work on those problems. And the reason to that is because they did not start at the starting point. Not that they are difficult, but they did not start at the starting point. So what I'm interested in us doing is to make sure that whatever that we do, we start at the starting point. So that's why you were able to work them out correctly. So when it comes to the fractions, Manahil, a fraction will be something that has this at the top over this at the bottom. This is a fraction, Manahil. I'll give you an example and say 4 over 2. This is a fraction. So what is 4 over 2, Manahil?
A fraction. It equals
Yes, it is
to
a fraction. It's equals to,
2.
yes, 100% is equals to 2. So this number at the top, we call it a numerator. I'm not sure if you were aware, Manahil.
Yes, sir. I know. The bottom one is called the denominator.
100%. The bottom one is called the denominator. So in today's lesson, I want to show you how you simplify a fraction. So that means what we are going to be doing in today's lesson, it is to simplify. So now let's see. I will start by giving you a few examples and then we will check if these examples are correct. Maybe let's say I will use the letters example A. I will say 1 over 2, that you plus it with, let's say 1 over 3. Maybe before I work it out, Manahil, do you think you can be able to simplify this?
Um, should I solve the question or and then simplify it, or must I work it out?
Okay, then it's fine. Let me first show you what I mean by simplify, and then from there, maybe I will do a few more examples and I will give you some problems to work on. But remember, Manahil, on our previous question, we did equations and we said an equation, it's an equation because it has an equal sign. I'm not sure if you remember this, Manahil.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so we say a math problem, it's an equation if it has an equal sign. And if it has an equal sign, it means we solve. What do we solve? We always solve for the unknown, which is represented by a letter. So now in today's lesson, we are going to be looking at expressions. So what is an expression? It's just a math problem without equal sign. That's why I'm going to scratch that equal sign. Can you see that part, Manahil?
Yes.
Yeah, so when we have expressions, we simplify. We simplify. Simplify, it simply means you rewrite something which is maybe, let's say, complicated into its simplest form. For example, when we said 4/2, this is a maths problem and it's a fraction, and because it doesn't have an equal sign, it is an expression. So that means we can simplify. So 4/2, its simplest form is the same as 2 because 4 divided by 2 is the same as 2. Can you see there, Manahil?
Yes, sir.
Another one, we can say 10/2. This is an expression because it doesn't have an equal sign. To simplify it is the same as 10 divided by 2, which is equals to 5. Then it's done. Makes sense, Manahil?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so the difference between this one and that one versus this, it's because here you have two fractions which are added together. You have this fraction, we add it with that fraction. So now I'm therefore going to teach you on how you solve two fractions which are being added together. And then we'll also do examples where we have two fractions where the sign in between it's a minus. So I'm about to start with this one, Manahil. This is the process that you go through. You first write this big line. You see that big line. Then you say denominator times denominator, which means you say 2 times 3. Then you do numerator by denominator. It's like you now cross multiply. When I say cross multiply, that means that multiplies with that. And then after you go with that, multiplying with that. Remember, at first you started with denominator multiplying denominator. So what I mean, Manahil, is that one at the top, it multiplies with that 3. What is the sign in between? You were given a positive sign. Then you write that positive sign. Then now you will have that one cross multiplying with that 2. Then on your next step, all you do is just to remove the bracket. So you multiply 1 times 3, it is 3, plus 1 times 2, it is 2, divided by 2 times 3, it is 6. Then on your last step, you just say this plus that, which is 5 over that 6. Then you are done, Manahil. I'm not sure if you saw what I did there, Manahil. I might have done it a bit faster, but we will do it until you fully understand. Any questions, Manahil? Did you see what I've done there, honorable member?
Yes, sir. I understood. I have I in school we were told in different way, which I
Mm-hmm.
have like normally like in school we do it in a different way, but I did understand what you
Okay.
did.
Okay, okay, okay. Then it's fine. Let me then give you an opportunity to try, work it out using the method that you were taught in school. And then from there, I will tell you where the difference is, and again, which method you can stick on. And I will give you the reasons on that. Okay, so how were you going to work it out, Manahil, or how did they teach you in school? Let's say we have 1 over 2 plus 1 over 3. Okay, how are you going to do it following the method you were taught in class, Manahil?
So first, I will with a half plus a third. We first next to the half we write time. We first find the lowest common denominator, which is
Mm-hmm.
6. So for
Mm-hmm.
these for the denominators for 2 and 3. So then we make the denominators the same, and then for the half you say 2 times 3 because that equals to 6, and then the 1 times 3 equals 3, and then next to the 1/3 you write 3 times 2, and then for the numerator you write 1 times 2 so that it can give you the same denominator. So then that again this equals to 3/6 plus 2/6, which equals to 5/6.
Okay, makes sense. Then let's see, what am I going to write? So you say I must do a big fraction there and then I write 6 there.
Yes. Then we
Manahil, okay. Then you say next to a half, we say 6 multiplied by 1 over 2.
yeah, that next to the like the sentence, like the expression, we write next to the half we write 2 times 3, and then the one also times 3.
Wait. So what I want to know is that here we have a half. What am I writing there?
No, not over there, but by the first half, like up there next to A, we write in small we
Mhm.
write 2 times 3, and then the numerator 1 times 3.
2 times 3, the numerator. Then I'm writing, wait. Then, okay, I've got 2 times 3 Manahil. Then what am I writing? Am I saying times 1 over 2?
Should I maybe like send you a picture just to show you what I'm talking about?
Yes. If it's going to be possible, please send me a picture. But what I'm seeing, Manahil, is that it is the same way of approaching it. The only difference is how it's being presented. We end up getting the same answer. I will then make a comment as soon as I've seen what you have done. Then I will guide you accordingly. Okay, let me wait. Are you taking a photo via WhatsApp? Manahil, I'm not sure if Manahil is still there. Okay, Manahil is still there. Okay, you send a photo. Let me quickly check that. So you say, Okay, okay. 1 times 3, yes. 2 times 3, yes, plus 1 times 2, yes. That times that, yes, then the same denominator, and then you add the numerators. Okay, okay, Manahil, let me just maybe write it there so that you can see that what you are doing there is the same as what I've done there. So what you are doing there, Manahil, is to firstly deal with that first one, where you will see it's like you say that 2 times 3, which is what we've done there. 2 multiplying it by 3, then you cross multiply. You see in yellow there where I was saying you say this cross multiplies with that. So it's like you have your 1, which is multiplying with that 3. Then on the other side, you now have a, what is it? Again, you still have your 2 multiplying by 3, or 3 multiplying by 2, it makes no difference. 3 multiplying by 2 there. Then you cross multiply. See that 2, it cross multiplies with that, and then you end up having your 1 that you multiplied by 2, and then you end up having 1 times that, which is 3 over, that is 6, plus 1 times 2, which is 2 over 6. Then because the denominators are the same, you write it there, and then you say that plus that, it gives you 5. Okay, then it's fine, Manahil. It's fine, it's fine, it's fine, it's fine. I'm just wondering about something very much important, Manahil. Maybe let me say, this method, Manahil, this method, it's going to help you to solve any problem in any grade. For example, when you get to grade 9 and you get complicated problems and you approach them this way, it won't feel like you are doing something completely new. Uh, the reason I'm saying this, Manahil, is because I'm teaching maths for grade 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. And I've done maths in a varsity. So this method, it does it all, Manahil. It also helps when you get to some complicated problems. So what I'm going to do, Manahil, I want you to then confirm with your teacher to say, if I do this method, will it be okay? This is you asking your teacher, Manahil. You say, is it fine if I do it using this method? If they say no, do it the way we have taught you, it's fine. You can do it this way. And then when you get to grade 9, do you know if it's the same or different teacher in grade 9?
It's a different teacher.
It's a different teacher, you see. So if it's a different teacher, chances are high that they may continue with this method, or they may introduce that method. When you get to grade 10, you will also find a different teacher, Manahil. When you find a different teacher, and you are dealing with fractions, they will either continue with this method or now introduce that one. When you get to grade 11 and you get to grade 12, you may find that it is a different teacher again, and they might introduce a different method. But what I'm saying is, Manahil, if you master this, it doesn't matter in which grade you are, you will always find the same answer. And a reasonable maths teacher would say any method is acceptable as long as it leads you to the correct answer. So what you've done there, it is the same as what I have done there. And I recommend that you start working it out this way, especially if your teacher says it's fine, you can do it that way. Because when we get to the next grades and you do complicated problems, if you follow this method, you won't feel like you are studying something new. It won't feel like you are studying a new method, and you will easily work it out. But this method is applicable and easier when you are dealing with the numbers. But very soon, next half of today's lesson, I'm going to then introduce the letters, where it's no longer just the numbers, but we also have the letters. And you will see how we work it out. Did you understand what I was saying, Manahil?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so that means you're going to ask your teacher when you open, and then you will let me know on WhatsApp what the teacher said. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yes, okay, then it's fine. Or maybe let me add on that to say, have these two things written and say, I've got two methods. Will it be fine if on your test I use this method, which will give me the same answer as that? Then if they say yes, then you let me know. If they say no, then you will let me know. Whichever answer you get from your teacher, it's fine. Do not try to say, I want to learn this method. You just want to know. If they say it's fine with this one, then we'll continue to master that method, knowingly that in grade 9, 10, 11, and 12, until you get to varsity, you'll be sorted with everything related to the fractions. Because in mathematics, Manahil, what makes it a bit more complex is the fractions. That's why I would like for us to master these fractions. And trust me when I say there is someone in grade 12, if you give them this to work it out, either with that method or that method, they wouldn't be able to work it out. So that means everything related to fractions in mathematics, they will never survive. So now, I'm not sure, did they teach you the fractions where letters are involved? Maybe let me say example B there. For example, where they say x over 2, maybe plus 1 over 3, something like this. Have you started with the fractions which are mixed with the letters? Yes.
No, sir.
Not yet. Okay, then it's fine. But fractions with the numbers only, are you sorted with those, Manahil? Are you confident that you can do any problem?
Yes, sir.
Manahil, are you still there?
Yes, sir. I said yes.
Yes, I want to know if you can work any problem that has the numbers in terms of the fractions.
Yes, sir. I can.
Okay, then it's fine. So we will now introduce the fractions where letters are involved. But wait, let's first prove something, Manahil. If you want to know whether your calculation is wrong or correct, do you know what you're supposed to do? Oh, no, no, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. I just remembered you guys are not allowed to use calculators, isn't it?
Yes, sir. We are allowed, but not for exams.
You were breaking there. What did you say, Manahil? So don't mute yourself, nay. Don't mute your mic. Just remain unmuted so that when I want you to respond, you don't go to the unmute. So what did you say, Manahil?
Yes, sir. We're allowed to use calculators in tests and class work, but we're not allowed to use them in exams.
Okay, then it's fine. So let me show you how you prove using a calculator. But do you know how to prove if your answer is wrong or correct using a calculator?
Yes, sir.
Yes, you just punch it and then it must give you that final answer, isn't it?
Yes.
100%. So now, let's look at the type where there is a letter. So here, Manahel, if you will remember the method that I've applied, we said maybe let's make a box there, which is more like a formula, where we will say How you do it, you have denominator times denominator. Then you have your numerator that you times it with your denominator. This is cross multiply. The sign, it's either it's a plus or it's a minus. Then you will have your numerator that you times it with denominator. From there you simplify. Does it make sense, that thing, a Manahil?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so that means we will first have that a big bracket, meaning we have 2 that you multiply it with 3. Then you cross multiply that multiplied by that, you end up having x multiplying 3 plus 1 multiplying 2. Do you agree there, Manahil?
Yes, sir.
So what is x times 3?
3x.
100%. It is 3x that you plus it with what is 2 times a 1, obviously is 2, over what is that times that? That is 6. Then you are done. Does it make sense, Manahil?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so can you see this one in just 2 steps you are done. Okay, let's do another example. On this example, I will just say p over 3 and then I will say minus. Let's make it a 3 over 2. Do you want to give it a try, Manahil, and let me know what the final answer is? You can write it on your side. Then once you are done, you can let me know and say you're done. Then you'll explain how you've worked it out. Is it okay,
Yes,
Manahil?
yes, sir.
Yeah, so you will work it out, take a photo, and then send it to me via WhatsApp inbox, just like you've done with that example. Make sense?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I'll just be waiting in the meantime.
Done, sir.
Okay, then it's fine. Are you going to send via WhatsApp inbox the photo?
Yes, sir.
Okay, you can just quickly send. I want to check how you wrote it. And the handwriting is 100% correct. It's fine. I want to see this one, how you've worked it out. Okay, let's see. And you have that multiplying that, yes, you have that multiplying that, and then that cross multiplying, then you have 2p there, and then you have 9 there, all over. 100% a Manahil. 100%, a very good indication that You did understand. So what am I going to do now? Let me quickly rewrite it as you wrote it. So yes, you have that fraction pattern, and then that multiplying with that, and then you just cross multiplies that, and then that, the sign is a minus there. You have that 3, that multiplying with that, and then on your next step, you just have that multiplying that, which is 2p, minus that times that is 9 over that times that, it gives you 6. Then you are done, Manahil. So I am now a CD. Let me introduce another letter, Manahil. And maybe I will do an example on this one. Say, let's say we have x over maybe 2 plus, let's say, y over 3. You see this one, Manahil, it is an expression, the type of a math problem that we are dealing with. It is an expression. Can you tell me, Manahil, why am I saying it is an expression?
It's because it doesn't have an equal sign, and also it's not solved.
100%. So since it is an expression, then what do we do? Do we
We have
solve,
to solve
simplify?
it. We solve and we simplify.
Okay, so we only solve when it's an equation, but we simplify when it's an expression. Eh?
Yes, sir.
Yes, okay. So now we start with that fraction button. No, not a button, but that fraction line, and then we will just say that 2 multiplies that, and then we cross multiply. We already have x, that's why we start with it. This is crossing, and then plus, we already have y, and then this is now cross multiplying. Then we have a 3x, that you must plus it with a 2y. The whole of that is being divided by that times that, which is a 6. Then this is the end of it, Manahel. This is the end of it. Can you see how easy this thing is, Manahel?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so that's why I'm saying if you follow this method, it doesn't matter how complicated it is. Um, you will easily understand. Trust me when I say, Manahil, there are some problems in grade 11 which requires or which needs this basic understanding. And there are a lot of honorable members who are struggling to solve those problems. They only understand once I say, okay, let's start from here, and then I train them on how to do this, and then we go back to that one in grade 11. That's when they start understanding. So that's why I'm saying, Manahel, if you master this way of solving the fractions, then it will be easier for you to do any math problem. So now it's fine, Manahil. Maybe let me give you a quick example that you need to do. And then once you have done it, I would like for us to also jump onto the equations where fractions are involved. Okay, let's see, Manahil, what if you had, let's say, p over 2 minus, let's say, k. Do you know what you're supposed to do when you are given something like this, where you have a fraction and then the other one is not fraction? Do you know what you're supposed to do, Manahil?
I think so. Do we for the k, do we make into a fraction called k over 1?
100%. You will then make it over 1 and you work it out. So very quickly work it out. Send to me via WhatsApp inbox. Then I will check for you. And then from there, if it's okay, then we will do the equations involving the fraction so that I show you how you solve when you have fractions. So you can just start on that one and send it to me via WhatsApp inbox, Manahil. Did you get me on that one, honorable member?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I'll be waiting in the meantime.
Done, sir.
Okay, you can take photo and send to me, then I'll quickly check. Okay, let's see that over that over that. And then, okay, I noticed something, Manahil. On your first equal sign, you missed something there, Manahil. Can you see what you missed?
Yes, sir. I realized I missed a minus sign.
Yeah, so if you miss a minus sign, then it becomes wrong, ne? So in mathematics, everything has to be perfect, Manahil. We don't miss anything, ne?
Yes, sir.
Then we have 2, and then you have 1 there, and then you already have your P, your 1. So in your case, you missed that minus, and then you did have K, and then you had 2. Yes, and then from there, you have that times that is 2, that times that is 1p. So even if you don't write 1, it is still fine because we know is there as invisible 1. Then you have a minus, then you have a 2k there. Then it is done. Okay, Manahil, I'm very much confident that you do understand that part. Maybe before we get into what I wanted us to do, Manahil, let me quickly add something there and say, what if we have x over, let's say, 2 that we plus it with, maybe let's say x over 3. Maybe let me work out this one, Manahil. You might need to do the next one. Obviously, we have that. Then you can just say 2 and 3. Then you cross multiply. You have x. You have 3. That you plus it with, you have x. And then you have 2 there. Okay, so that and that, it will be 3x. Plus that and that, it will be 2x. And that you divide by that and that, which will be 6. Can you see, Manahil?
Yes, sir.
The numerators are like terms. I'm not sure if you understand me on that one, Manahil.
I do, sir.
Yeah, so it ends up being, what is it, 3 bananas that you plus it with 2 bananas, it ends up being 5 bananas over 6. Then you are done. Can you see, Manahil?
Yes.
Okay, then I will give you, let's see, E, F, G. I will give you G. So for this one, let's say K over, maybe let me not say K, but let me say 2K over 3. Here we minus K over, no, let me just say K. Should I say, let's see that and that? Okay, no, it's fine. Let's say K over 2. Okay, this one, Manahil, you just work it out on your side and you will tell me what the final answer is. Based on your final answer, I will know if you've done it correctly or not. Did you hear me on this one, Manahil?
Yes, sir.
I'm just going to be waiting for your final answer, Manahil. Once you're done, let me know and tell me what the final answer is. Okay.
Done, sir.
Manahil, are you done?
Yes, sir.
Okay, what's your final answer?
Okay. Over 6.
2k over 6. Okay, let me quickly do this. And we will have that, and that by that, it will be that, and that by that, it will be that, and it has to be that over that. Why am I getting that? Let me quickly check. Hill. Because yeah, this question, it was a bit. Wait. Okay, now I see. Can you see your mistake, Manahil? Otherwise, you could have got it correct. Manahil, can
Yes, sir.
you see your mistake? Hmm?
No, sir.
You
I
don't
don't
see your
see it.
mistake. Okay. You made a mistake when you cross multiply. I'll give you a hint. Try to find a mistake. You still can't find it,
Oh,
Manahil.
yes, sir. I found it.
Where is the mistake?
I said k times 2 when it's actually supposed to be k times 3.
Yes, 100%. So it then becomes a wrong Manahil. So do you know why in maths you mustn't make a mistake, Manahil? Why everything has to be 100% correct?
So that it can be easy for the teacher to understand.
Yes, not only that, but imagine you being a doctor, Manahil, and you're performing a surgery, let's say for the brain, and you make a mistake, then it means there won't be a chance to make a correction because once your patient is gone, you can't wake them up. Can you see, Manahil?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so when we do our maths problems, even if your first step is correct, but if your final answer is wrong, for me, on our lessons, I will just say everything is correct. Then you have to redo all of it until all the steps are correct. Name. In school, how they mark, for example, if it's a question which is out of 4 marks, or let's say 3 marks, they will give you a mark there, a mark there. Maybe you find that your final answer you made a mistake, then they will give you wrong. Then you will get 2 out of 3 for that question. So what I'm saying is, for me, I will just say all of this is wrong. You must redo all of it. So when I've given you some work to do and I say redo all of it, it's because one of the steps is wrong. So for me, I want everything to be correct. So in case if I say redo it, it doesn't mean all the steps are wrong, but you must look for that mistake, you must correct it, and you must rewrite everything correct. So that's how we learn, Manahil. You must learn to make mistakes, you must learn to find your own mistakes, you must learn how to correct those mistakes. So I will also be giving you some complicated problems so that you make mistakes, Manahil. I get happy when you make mistakes, because I know that through those mistakes, you will learn how to find your mistakes, you will learn how to correct them, and then in a test, an exam, when you're about to make a mistake, you will see that I'm actually about to make a mistake because I've done this type of a mistake before. Then you will know how to correct it. But the challenge is, when you write an exam, you make a mistake and you don't notice that you're making a mistake. You will think you've done it correctly because it's a type of a question that you know how to do. But if you are not trained on how to make mistakes, on how to notice your mistakes, how to correct your mistakes, then you will never know when you are making a mistake. That means you'll continue with the mistakes. Did you hear me there, Manahel?
Yes, sir.
Good, goodest. Okay, so now, um, hmm, I'm just wondering. Okay, okay, Manahil, for today's lesson, let's not do the equations, but I will add something on what we have done. Let's say E, F, G, H, let's say example H. And let's do example H. The reason why I'm saying this is because that is another topic on its own, which will require a different approach. I just want to make sure that we master this one, so that, let's see. Oh no, but it's fine, because the next lesson, you will be doing more of the corrections of what I'm going to. No, then it's fine, Manahil. We'll just do some more. We're supposed to finish at 11:30, but we'll do some more so that um you get to a level where I need you to be, so that on your next lesson, um you will be doing the corrections of the problems that I'm going to give to you. And in addition to that, the ones that you were getting wrong, you will then do more of those until you master them. So this is what happens, Manahil. Let's say we have x over 2, that is equals to, and equals to what? Let's say 1 over 3. Yes, there is a problem, Manahil. Now let's talk. What type of a maths problem is this, Manahil? Is it an equation? Is it an expression? Or what is it?
It's an equation.
Why are you saying it's an equation?
It's because it has an equal sign and it's solved.
Then we're going to solve. So we say it's an equation because it has an equal sign, and then it means we are going to solve. What are we going to solve, Manahil?
For the value of the x.
Yeah, so that means we are going to solve for the letter For this problem, the letter is letter X. So, but wait, do you think you can be able to work it out, Manahil, or should I do this one as an example?
You can show me how you can do it and I can do it.
Okay, so don't mute yourself, Manahil. Do not mute yourself. So you have a fraction here, and you also have a fraction there. So what do you do? It's easier than what we have done, Manahil. You just cross multiply here. You just say this cross multiplies with that, that cross multiplies with that. And then you write it down. So always make sure that the letter is on the left-hand side. For example, you end up having your x, which is multiplying with your 3, equals, you have your 1, which is multiplying with your 2. Then what is that times that? It is 3x. What is that times that? It is 2. Then we need to remove that 3. That's why we divide both sides by 3 so that it cancels, and then you remain with x, which is equals to 2 over 3. Then you are done. Can you see how nice it is, Manahil?
Yes, sir.
This was example H. Okay, let me do HI. Let me do this. Okay, on this one, let's see. On this one, what are we going to do here, Manahil? What are we going to do here, Manahil? Okay, let's say we are, no, not on this side, but let's say we have 3 there over 2, which is equals to k. So again, Manahil, based on what we know, we have a fraction on this side, and then on this side, we don't have a fraction. So we will force it to be a fraction by, say, divided by 1. Does it make sense there, Manahil?
Yes, sir.
So now what do? We cross multiply. So when we cross multiply, Manahil, so that means that will cross multiply with that will cross multiply with that. So it's our choice to start with this multiplying by that on the left-hand side, or we can start with this multiplying that. But because we want our letter to be on the left-hand side, we will say this multiplying with that being on the left-hand side, which means k multiplying that 2 equals, and then we can still say 3 multiplying 1. Did you understand on that one, Manahil?
Yes, sir.
Manahil,
Yes, sir.
remember not to mute yourself. Then you have 2k, which is equals to 3. Then we remove. We remove that cancels with that, and then k is equals to 3 over 2. Then you are done. Make sense, Manahil?
Yes, sir.
Manahil,
Yes, sir. I
are you
understood.
still there?
Yes.
Okay, then it's fine. So very quickly, you can try work out this one. Let's see. Which one are you going to do? It's A, B, C, D, F, G, H, I, J, H, I, J. This one, let's say y over 2, and then I will equate it to y over 3. That, wait. Wait. No. That one, I'll make it 1 there. Yes. Very quickly, Manahil, Work out that one and tell me what the final answer is. Or you can do it and then send a WhatsApp. Send a WhatsApp of you're working on that one.
Done, sir.
Okay, okay, send via WhatsApp inbox. I want to see what you have done. Okay. Let's see. So we have that and that. Yes, that. Then you divide by that. And that 100% Manahil. 100%. That is correct. Let's see which is. Yes. Yes. Okay. Then it's fine. It is as simple as that, Manahil. It is as simple as that. It doesn't matter. Let's see. Hij. Okay, let's say for K. It doesn't matter if we've got, let's say, 3 over 2, which is equals to 1 over, let's say, K. Can you see this one, Manahil? The letter is there as the denominator. What we know is that we'll just have to cross multiply. So that means we will have our 3 there, we will have our K there, we have our 1, we have our 2, that times that is equals to that, that times that is equals to that, then we divide both sides by that, so that that cancels with that, and then we have that which is equals to that. Then it's done. Does it make sense, Manahil?
Yes, sir.
100%. So what I'm going to do now, it is to give you some problems that you will need to work on. And then from there, let's see. So they will be based on what we started. What did we do? We did the fractions with, or where we have the numbers. Okay. I will just write there and say homework number 1. Let's say we have 2 over 3 minus 1 over 4. Number 2. So don't worry, Manahil, you might not need to write these things that I'm writing. As soon as the lesson is done, I'm going to send you a PDF of this document and also the link for our recording. And then, okay, let's say 3 over 1. No, maybe let's make it 4 and say minus 2 there. Okay, and then for number 3, okay, for number 3, I will therefore need to say K over 2 minus, let's say 1 over 3. And then number 4, I will say, let's say x over 2 plus it with, we'll say x there over, no, I want this one to be 3. So that you'll say by that and that by that. This one I want it to be, no, I will leave it as just x. It's just x, that. That by that and that. Yes, I'll leave it like that. Okay, and then problem number 5. Problem number 5, let's see what we have done. Okay, we now get to the equations. Okay, the equations, Manahil, I would like for you to do this being equals to 3 over ay. And then when it comes to number 6, I would like for you, Manahil, to do, let's see what else we have done. We did that one there. Okay, this one I'll say 3 over, and I will say letter P, which will be equals to, maybe, let's see that by that, if I say 1. Okay. Manahil, you now have problems to solve. Can you see the Manahil? Can you see what's happening there? The problems that you need to do.
Yes, sir. I can
Good,
see.
good. Okay, then we are done, Manahil. We are done. I'm just going to be preparing for my next lesson at 12 o'clock. Unless if you've got any questions for me, Manahil, or are you happy with what we have covered up to this point in today's lesson? No questions, everything makes sense.
Yes, sir.
Goodest. Okay, until we meet again, Manahil. Okay, next week and possibly on Saturday, you will then be doing a lesson with a mem. But what I need from you, Manahil, before Friday, I will need this work. So you just take photos, sent to me via WhatsApp inbox. Make sure to send this information before Friday next week. Nay. Let's see. Manahil, are you
Yes,
still
sir.
there? Or are you gone already? Okay, then it's fine. Okay, cheers. Bye.